Welcome back, everybody, to the Korean Character Podcast. My name is James Willems. I am a longtime podcaster turned pro wrestler. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and friend, Scorpio Sky.
And I am very excited for this week.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it last week. We're going to have a lot of fun this week. We're deviating away from pro wrestling, but we can't do it without our producer, Eric Bador.
Yep.
You can't do it without me, baby, the integral cog in this whole machine.
We have done it,
because
though.
I'm the one who controls the screen master, as I show you the draft board. That's right. The best 90s action movies of all time, my boys. That's what we'll be drafting today. But
what is this
in
accent?
order to, yeah, do you like that?
It's
you guys
90.
like the
It's
accent?
a 90s action accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Behold. Okay. And it's, guys, in order to do this, which is the best 90s action movies of all time draft, we are in order, Sky, James, Eric, for our 4 picks, where we cannot pick duplicates. Very important. We cannot pick duplicates, but we have to randomize to see what order we draft in. And Sky, I know you think you always end up in the middle, but this time, this is my Eric lock of the day. You will not end up in the middle this time. So how many times do you want to randomize?
Are you sure? Should we do some sort of bet that if it ends up being Eric Sky James, that I win something?
No.
All right.
Listen, you get to choose how many times we randomize.
Okay.
So you can be in control of your own destiny.
Let's do it 3 times.
Okay.
3 times. We start in Sky, James, Eric order. Here, shuffle 1. Eric, James, Sky. Shuffle 2. James, Eric, Sky.
There's no way it stays on the end. There's no way your name stays on the end.
And here's our 3rd shuffle.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I was hoping would happen.
It is Sky, James, Eric. And remember, this is a snake draft.
Yes.
So we will go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
This is my first time.
Until we're finished.
My first time getting to do it this way.
It seems good, but when you're sitting on the end, you go, I got to pick 2 now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you said that your first pick was the one that you were worried about the most.
one that I
So
wanted.
I'm excited. And Sky, you're started off. You're going to let us know what is the number 1 pick for you here.
Okay. Once again, I want to run the criteria that we decided on.
Yep.
The movie had to come out in the 90s and be an action film.
Yeah.
My first pick, I am going with Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Damn it!
Absolutely.
That's the one I wanted.
Damn!
I think it's
I quit.
Maybe the best movie of the 90s.
It came out in 91?
Yeah, 91.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that?
It was
it is.
Still holds
it's
up.
at the top of my list.
It's a top
Yeah,
5
91.
movie all time for me.
Yeah.
And it's infinitely rewatchable. It is.
I saw it in theaters.
At the time?
Yeah, my mom took me to the theater.
That's great.
There's a,
That's
when
crazy.
going to the movie theater, I don't know if it was for everybody, but when you're a kid, it was a big deal.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you didn't get to just go to every movie. I specifically remember the first few movies I saw in theater. I mean, I saw Terminator 2. I saw, I don't want to mention some of the others. They might be on my list, actually. Well, great movie.
It's perfect.
I mean, it's, you always hear that it's like, sequels are never, they're always letdowns. They never top the first. This is a rare, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but this is a rare case where the sequel absolutely mollywops the first movie, in my opinion. I mean, it I thought the first Terminator was good. Terminator 2 is so much better than the first one. And it's just, it's still, again, we still can watch this and get into, I mean, if it's on TV, it's one of those, I will not change the channel. I'm watching it. I'm locked in. It's so good.
Every time I've ever upgraded my home viewing system, Terminator 2 is what I watch. Like, so when, you get a new TV, put on Terminator 2. Oh, we got a new sound bar, we're putting on Terminator. Every little step of the technological increase has always been Terminator 2 is the movie to watch. I saw it in 3D in theaters maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Arnold was there, hosted a screening for it. And a movie like that, not shot in 3D and converted into 3D, you wouldn't think that it would work. But it was such an immersive experience, and it's because the bones of the film are just so tight. Once it gets rolling, it never, ever, ever stops. It's so good.
Yeah.
My only regret with Terminator 2 is I wish that there was a point in my life where I had been able to watch it not knowing. Because the whole movie sets up pretty early on that you're not supposed to know necessarily who's the good guy and who's the bad guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
If you have the context of the first movie too, and I know that's something that I guess James Cameron was pissed off about when the marketing campaign came out. They were immediately showed that he was a good guy.
He's the good guy.
Imagine watching the first third of that movie and then you're like, oh my God, he's a good guy.
That would have been cool.
Crazy.
I never thought about that. I was just thinking that there's nothing I would change. I think about the actual movie itself.
No.
But that is from a promotional standpoint, a change that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
I agree. Great pick. Great first pick in the best 90s action movies of all time draft. But James, Terminator 2 off the board. I'm sure that blows up everything you had. But what do you have? What's your first pick?
I guess I'm going to have to go. Man, Terminator 2 is just. The whole list was built around it. I'm going to go The Matrix.
Oh,
good one.
99.
Yep.
Justin, obviously, very different type of movie than Terminator 2 in a lot of ways. A lot more computers and different elements, but I still think it reset how action movies were for the next 12, 15 years. And it's still influencing things now. You cannot deny the influence of The Matrix, and I think it also is infinitely rewatchable. I wouldn't change anything about it.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where I remember where I was when I watched Terminator 2 for the first time, and I remember where I was when I watched The Matrix for the first time. And I don't remember that with a lot of movies, but those felt like these are monumental. This is a big deal culturally right now. And The Matrix, really, really high on my list too. Great pick. I think that's such a good one, man. Damn.
One of those impactful movies that you still make references to today.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is still doing the, the lean, and it obviously like you said, it really changed the way, movies were made and the way we watch movies. So that one's an awesome pick.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Blew up my board too. I got those are two of my top 5 of what we had here. And that's tough. But that's the hard part with this draft because we don't do duplicates. This is the Rushmore, but you don't get any dupes. So you guys at home following along, trying to make your own without using what we have.
Yeah, good luck.
And what I'm adding, because I have 2, James.
You get 2. I know. You're going to go through half your whole list right now.
Yeah.
This is tough. But I'm putting it in this order. This isn't necessarily the order that I had it written down, but this is the order I want to draft it because I'm able to do these back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
My first pick is going to be Independence Day.
Great.
Interesting. Okay.
That's on my list.
Not on my list.
Independence Day is another movie where I remember where I was watching it. I remember watching it in the theater and going I don't know that movies can be bigger than this. This is as big as a movie can get. I loved it. All of the stories converging and the speech and all this. I'm just this rocks. I'm so bought in. He punches the alien.
Yeah. Welcome
this
to
is
Earth.
the coolest thing. Oh my God. It's so awesome.
Remember the dog jumps?
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
In a time of 90s summer blockbusters, to me, this is probably near the top of all-time blockbuster movies.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
So I agree with you. I remember what movie theater I watched it at. I went with my brother. I had so much fun. And it's one of those movies where if I could have afforded to, I probably would have walked right back in and watched it again.
100%.
It was that good. And that's another one that to this day, you can watch it, you can throw it on, you can watch it and you'll enjoy it. That's one of those movies where I wish you can just And I guess you could. Like I was going to say, if they could just bring that back into movie theaters, but you can go rent a theater maybe. There's some people that could do that because that's like it's a big screen movie.
Yeah.
I was just talking last week about Michael wanting to see Michael. There's some movies you want to see on the big screen, and that's a big screen movie. That's not a wait until it comes out on video movie.
Yeah. It was a huge event too. Like I remember it feeling like it was like the biggest movie event of its time that was like, oh, everyone's going to see Independence Day. Yeah. It wasn't on my list, but I obviously appreciate
We know how much you hate Will Smith on this show.
Yeah, that's true. I was his biggest supporter. I listened to that whole new album. Okay. I listened
You're the
to
only
it,
one.
beginning to end.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
it's 2 back-to-back. Are you ready for my next pick?
Oh,
Ready.
yeah, you get
Number 2.
another
Yeah,
one.
ready.
Oh no,
Ready.
I was like, oh, good.
Ha James, you fool! For
What do
this
we
is the
have?
draft, and we go snake style
Showdown.
That's why my pick, 1995. Michael Mann, De Niro,
It's on my list.
Pacino,
Yep.
Kilmer, and more. Baby, is he?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
It's on my list. Oh, it's so good.
I'm sure I would
It's
love it because
so
that
good.
cast. Yeah.
It's so good. It's great.
It trying to think of like how to put it. It feels untouchable. Like it's a movie that does not feel like it came out in the 90s because it doesn't suffer from those pitfalls of like, we have the biggest budget in the world and we're going to do the biggest things in the world. It feels like it's very grounded throughout, but like it's made with such care that you could never hope to make something like that in your life. It's so good front to back. Please watch it. I'm begging you to watch it.
It's
have to
all
check it
about character. Like the whole movie is character. It feels a lot like a Scorsese film.
Okay.
Right?
Big
like,
time.
like Goodfellas and you're like, oh, we're following the boys and stuff. But imagine if those movies exploded into crazy 90s action at a certain point. Like imagine that kind of level to where like I know this character's psychology inside and out because they're written so elaborately and perform so well. But imagine if then at some point in Goodfellas there's a heist.
Wow.
And now they're having a shootout in downtown LA and stuff. It's just a perfect mixture of those two separate things. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, I heard great things. I gotta see it. There's no excuse. I just gotta watch it.
It's also one of those movies that has a long runtime and you don't feel it for a single second.
Oh,
No.
that's cool.
Yeah.
No, it's paced. It's paced beautifully. It's awesome. And man, it's so LA.
Oh,
You're gonna
yeah.
watch
Really?
it and you're gonna
It's
love
based in LA?
it.
super LA. Yeah, it's
Oh, I didn't
super
know
LA.
that.
Yeah.
You're
Interesting.
you're
All
gonna
right.
point. You'd be like, been there. I know where that
Yeah.
is. I know where that is the
Yeah.
whole time.
That's
It's
cool.
awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
awesome. But those are my picks.
Yes.
Those are my first 2.
Yeah.
And now you guys have to give me your second. And James,
Yep.
we go to you with
Yep.
your second pick.
Well, we're getting out of LA, but we are staying in the great state of California
Okay.
for my next pick. We're headed to San Francisco, but we're not staying in the city. We're getting on a ferry and we're taking it to The Rock.
Oh, I knew it.
Great
I
movie.
knew it.
I love this movie. I think it's Michael Bay's best film.
So good.
I don't think there's a single moment in this movie that doesn't belong there or whatever. Michael Bay has a lot of ups and downs sometimes. I love how he pioneered this style, which I think is the style of 90s action. Terminator is awesome, but it's like it kind of was this offshoot of the 80s. It still felt like the 80s. The 90s didn't start until I feel like Michael Bay started making movies, at least in Hollywood.
To that point, and I want you to finish, I just want to say this. Across all culture, I have always had a theory that the first 3-ish years of every decade is still living in the culture of the previous decade.
I agree.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
So the 90s started in 94.
Yeah, I completely agree.
The
Completely
2000s
agree.
started in 2004. Everything before that was just still the 80s and
Yes.
the 90s. So yeah.
Completely agree. And we kicked off this decade with The Rock. I think it's so much fun. Obviously, it's Nicolas Cage before he's a parody of himself, but it kicked off his action movie career.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't an action movie guy, really. He did this movie, and then all of a sudden he's in a bunch of 90s action movies. And then Sean Connery. We get Sean Connery in probably his last great action role. Or at least the last movie that he did where it felt like he wasn't miserable being there, you know, and to some degree. He's like kind of actually believed in the product and really dug it. He's a badass in this. I love the morality question of it. Like, the whole motivation is this soldier being like, you're sending my men out to die. And so he's not just a villain holding people hostage for no reason. He's kind of a weird Thanos. I always say Thanos, Infinity War is such a great movie because you have that. So you have a great villain. The imagery is great. The score is killer.
Ed Harris. That's what I was trying to remember his name. I had to look it up. He was fantastic as well.
So good. So good. The score is awesome. And there's not a single point. They turn it into like a weird, all the different places. You got Michael Biehn in the shootout and like, put down your weapon, I will not give that order. And like in the showers. By the end of it, you're like, we've visited every inch of this island. Yeah. And it's so much fun with just Michael Bay's crazy, chaotic energy just slathered all over it.
It's a blast. And I like watching it for the first time. Like, if you can watch it for the first time, just you're watching it and all that stuff. What I love is watching it for a second time, because I'd never heard this until like years later. The theory, like the people going like, this is Connery as James Bond years later. He had gotten caught and imprisoned, and this is an older James Bond. Yeah. Dude, if you watch it through that lens, totally different movie. And it's awesome.
I've never heard that theory.
Dude, it's so cool. I really recommend watching it through that lens. It's rad.
Man, I love theories like that. And to that credit, there is a theory I saw online about Rocky where they were saying that, remember in Rocky 2, there's like Apollo Creed is reading hate mail.
Okay.
And one of the letters someone writes is like, they're just like, you know, can't believe you carried that bum to 15 rounds. You're an insult to your people. Blah, 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 blah. There was a theory that letter was written by Clubber Lang.
Oh,
interesting.
Shit.
And if you go back and watch the way he reads it, like the dialogue of the letter, it's kind of like, I could picture Clubber Lang saying that.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Damn.
I love theories like
awesome. That stuff is so cool.
Yeah.
But you know what's even cooler?
Yeah.
It's Sky's
getting you picked.
Second pick. But he gets picks 2 and 3. Sky, you get back to back here.
I'm actually a little nervous about it.
You should be.
My next pick I'm not nervous about, though. It's very easy for me. I want to go a different direction from where I went with my first pick. I think this is a very underrated but great movie. And I am going with Harrison Ford, The Fugitive.
Okay. Love that movie. Love it.
Such a good movie. It was a television show far before that. I don't remember what decade, but I obviously didn't know that when I watched it originally. But Harrison Ford in general, great performer. Tommy Lee Jones, the perfect co-star. And you have an incredible story and the one-armed man and his wife and the crash. And I mean, it's just one of those movies similar to what you said about I think you said it about, was it The Rock or Independence Day, where it was like, once it gets going, it's just, at that point you're locked in, you're there. Again, I guess the theme from the movies, because every movie up there is like that. You can put it on today and you will not turn it off. So good. And that's my pick.
It also, something that I feel like is sometimes missing from movies these days is it has an iconic moment. Like in the sewer pipe, you know, when he goes, I didn't kill my wife. And he's like, I don't care,
Yes.
you know,
I don't care.
like, and then he jumps off. Like, it's just iconic. And I go, are there things like that in moments in movies that are made now? I don't know that they are, because they're constantly trying to get you as high every single time. So it just creates this plateau of moments.
You know what also too is that's the score. Like the music, I can't replicate it. I can still hear the music from that movie in my head.
Yep.
And not actual songs, but the actual, the score. Like, and that movie had, because that's a big deal that people overlook is the music that they connect with moments in a movie tell the story. And yeah, you're right, man. Like that iconic moment of him diving out of that in the water and they thought he was dead. Like, go see The Fugitive if you have not seen it.
So good.
Eric, what are you thinking?
The Fugitive is great. I love this. And also weird, very weird little pro wrestling weave in here. Dr. Sam Shepard, the guy that this is all based on, his life and his trial that The Fugitive is based on. He was actually a pro wrestler as well. This is not a joke. This isn't me like, I'm leading up to a bit. There's a real thing.
This is the real guy that the TV show was based on?
Wait, so it's based on a true story?
Yeah, his life and what that was. So he was a wrestler. He wrestled under the name, I think, The Killer, and he invented the mandible claw. That's where the mandible claw comes from. Mick Foley wrote about it in his first book, and I always thought that was like the craziest thing I'd ever heard.
Dr. Sam Shepard.
Yep, that is where that came from, the mandible claw.
He was a professional wrestler? Wow.
Isn't that nuts? Isn't that crazy?
That is
crazy. I can do it all.
Man, I'm definitely...
He can kill his wife. He can...
I am going to read his story when I get home. Yeah, for sure.
Crazy,
That's
right?
super interesting.
That's the mandible claw. That's where it comes from. So
Yeah.
I think The Fugitive is great. I think that it's so in pop culture at that time. There are a few other movies that we'll see if they make this or honorable mentions that are also like right there. But like, I think even without seeing The Fugitive, you could follow like what The Fugitive was. You knew what the movie was, and you knew all about it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Great movie.
Yep. But that's only your second pick, Scott. You have another one.
This is
but
where
then you only have one more after that.
Yeah, this is where it's getting difficult.
You have to get through us. You have to get through 4 other picks before you have your final.
Do you grab the one you need to have now, or do you save?
So here's the thing: there are 1, 2, 3. There are 3 I really want, and I can't use all 3.
Nope.
I can probably get 2. I feel like I might be able to get through this with 2, but which ones do I get? All right, we're gonna narrow this down. I'm cutting my third one.
It's not easy on the ends. It's not easy on the ends.
I'm going to go. My other pick is probably going to get taken, but I'm going to save it just in case it doesn't. It's going to win me the draft. So I'm going to go with Demolition Man.
Gah!
That was on my list.
That was my next one.
Oh,
I was like, I just need to get through one more, and then I got Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Dang it.
Demolition Man is such a good movie. How the hell do you use the shells?
It's so
You
good.
scoop,
I don't know.
you scoop the poop off your butt.
So
You have
gross.
to. That must be what it is, and everyone's just scooping.
Ugh,
Yeah.
God. So good, man.
We before an AAPW show, America's Academy of Pro Wrestling out here in Austin, everyone in the back, we just gathered around a TV and we watched Demolition Man. Somebody just put it on, and it was the whole locker room getting ready and just, oh, dude, I love this part. The whole way. Just watching the whole movie. It rocked. It was so good. Oh, what a pick.
Oh, it's a great
Damn
movie.
it.
Illuminate.
You got Sylvester Stallone, who was my favorite actor growing up. And you got Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock in the
Sandra
movie
Bullock,
as well.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
So
You got Rob Schneider.
that's right. I mean,
Is
just
it-
a great cast.
Benjamin Bratt is in it. Isn't Dennis Leary like
Yes.
at the end, like the leader of like the
he eats
underground?
the rat burgers.
Yeah,
The
he's
rat
eating rat
burgers,
burgers.
yeah.
Yeah, you got Taco Bell or Pizza Hut if you're watching it in the UK. You have the scene where he's knitting and then a lady just calls him from the shower for no reason other than they needed to get boobs into that movie.
Hell yeah.
Literally, I was like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
Benjamin Bratt,
because
yeah.
she was like, oh my god, and he's like, whoa, he does that moment, and I go, who was she calling?
Jack Black is in that movie.
Yes, Jack Black is in it, and he's thin.
Jesse Ventura is in it.
He's one of the guys
he's
that
part of the underground, right?
Cryo-
no.
Cons-
He gets thawed by Simon Phoenix.
I had no idea he
He's
was
one
in
of
the
the
movie.
guys.
Okay.
Bill Cobbs is in it. I mean, there's a lot of A lot of people
Good
in
shit,
this
man.
movie.
It's a good pick. That's on my
great
list.
movie.
It wasn't
my next
high
pick.
on my list, but it's in like my reserves of like, am I going to be able to get this one?
I think it's a pretty perfect film. And I think, again, maybe this is something about me. Wesley Snipes as Simon Phoenix, more compelling than Sly Stallone as John Spartan.
I was
I agree.
just thinking they could have done a spin. Like, he could have had his own movie for sure.
for sure.
Yeah, he was incredible.
And the home of the brave. Play ball! Boom! And he pops it.
Yeah,
so
he was
good.
awesome.
He's so good. I
They,
love that movie.
makes
I
a
wish
good
they did
movie,
another one of those. They should have done
We're
another.
creeping up on it. I think we're creeping up because that whole movie takes place, I think, in the not so distant
When did
future.
it? Yeah, when did that take place?
We just waiting for the
soon.
big one the big earthquake to combine
Any day now.
San
Any day
Diego
now.
and whatever.
Yep. We're overdue, actually.
Yeah.
Overdue for it.
Southern California
in
becomes one-
2032.
Yeah.
There you go.
Phoenix
coming up on it.
escapes the authorities, awakens Spartan, to help you out.
Teddy
so
Man.
2032. Holy cow. So this movie came out in 1993, and they
Yeah.
were jumping to
Well,
2032.
But the best thing about it is if you watch the movie, it opens and it goes 1997.
yeah,
And,
Yeah,
and
yes.
it's Hollywood on fire.
because the technology is going to be so much better.
But it's still it's just like Hollywood's on fire.
Yeah.
LA is a war zone.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, you guys were so close. You were so close to like putting it far enough away that we could have been like, yeah, sure, that's great. But no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
great movie.
Great pick. And James, we have your third pick before I
not
get to my
ready.
final two. James, what you got?
Oh boy, just give me a second.
I am feeling very good about my draft.
I am feeling very good about your draft too.
I think I
I don't
might
think
take
I can
this one.
recover this one.
I think I might take this one.
Demolition Man was going to be my
Demolition Man is such a
thing
good
that it
pick.
was like, yeah.
If you guys don't take this fourth pick, and
All
if you
right.
do, I still
I'm
have a
gonna-
good backup.
All right, I'm going to just grab this because I think someone else might.
Okay.
Point Break.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is that the one he's like a cop and it's surfing or something? Yeah, it's a good
Johnny Utah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's John
it
Spartan,
was not
Johnny
on my
Utah.
list, but that's a good movie.
Point Break, mostly because, we talk about 90s action. Demolition Man takes place in the 2030s. People could argue that T2 is kind of an 80s movie vibes. No, it's got the kid is very much. But like Point Break is like a 90s movie.
It's very 90s.
It's
For
very
something that came out
90s.
in early 90s.
Yeah.
It's very 90s.
Very
Yeah.
90s. If it wasn't for Point Break, we wouldn't get Fast and the Furious. It's the same film. And I think Keanu Reeves, that was a turn for him
For sure.
because he had not played anything really like that, and it was ahead of the curve in a lot of ways too, because it kind of prophesized his move into action. And similar with
Maybe he
Nicolas
doesn't
Cage.
get the Matrix without
Yeah.
Point
Yeah.
Break.
Probably not. And so I think but I also think it's a fun investigation. I think there's the push and pull. Again, my reoccurring thing here is I really like interesting villains.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze is awesome as Bodhi. The idea of investigating something, getting pulled into that world, I don't know. It's fun from all sides. And then it also has some great action sequences. The chase sequence after the bank robbery is like so cool, and I think it's just a fantastic movie. I love that movie.
It's got great action. It has a lot of really cool moments where he's like pointing the gun and he can't pull because he's like jumping over the fence and he's like he can't shoot his friend, and then he just points it in the air and he goes and he's like just firing the gun straight up in the air, and I'm like, this is so cool. When Bodhi gives like the whole monologue about how it was never about the money, it was about the system and these people with these dead souls inching along in their metal coffins on the freeways, and he wants to show them the human spirit, and I'm just like, I'm in.
Endless Summer.
We're robbing banks.
Yeah.
Fired up, dude. It was so good. That movie, it's a lot of fun. They remade it a few years ago, and I don't know anyone who saw the remake because you can just watch the original one and it holds up. It's such a blast.
I have only seen the opening of the remake, and I've never seen something immediately miss the point of its source material faster. Like within 5 minutes, you're like, oh, they don't know what Point Break's about. So either they did that intentionally and they made a movie not caring about what it's about, just with the title. But I don't think you guys understand. They're like trying to summon something. They have to do like the 5 most extreme stunts in the world or something. It's so stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah,
so dumb.
That's great.
Great pick. Point Break
pick.
on my list. Thought it was. I thought it was going to be an
runner-up.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
But I get 2 back-to-back,
You
boys.
do.
I don't even have to worry.
You
I'm
finish out this list.
at this point. Ooh, I'm feeling good because I got 2 back-to-back. And for me, right here, this is an easy one. Watched it again last year. Have watched it 2 or 3 times since, just because I loved it so much. It's Speed.
There it is.
Dude.
There it is.
I don't know when the last time you watched Speed was. It might be a perfect movie, and I cannot believe
4
it.
months ago.
Is Keanu like the leading actor on this draft?
Dude,
I mean,
he's all throughout this thing.
Who would have
He's the
thought?
man.
He's the underdog action star of our time.
He might,
Well, also, if you think John Wick, he did it again. That became the predominant action genre since John Wick came out. He's
insane.
reset the action movie genre 3 times.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Guy's a monster. That Speed is just so good.
Yeah.
It's so smart. It's so keeps you on your toes the whole time, and you think bust go fast. How good can this movie be? Bust go fast, and it rocks.
Sandra Bullock again.
Sandra Bullock.
Is she on here 3 times too, or is it only 2?
We've got her in Demolition Man and Speed.
Is there another movie?
And I think that's all I've seen thus far.
Or is that it?
Well, we'll see if she makes any more. But dude, Speed.
Yeah, good
if you
movie.
can rewatch Speed,
Really good movie.
please.
The thing that I love about Speed is we think about it and we go, oh, it's the bus movie. But you watch Speed and you go, no, there's a whole third in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where Dennis Hopper is doing his weird bombing stuff that just happens to somewhat include the whole elevator thing and Jeff Daniels getting shot and all that stuff. There's that. Then when the bus bombings actually start, you're like, oh, right. And then it gets rolling. And then they do that. And then there's a whole third at the end of the movie that isn't even on the bus.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Also, the score, talking about music, the score is incredible, and Metal Gear Solid completely ripped it off.
Completely ripped it off.
Completely ripped it off. And it's funny because in video games, Metal Gear Solid has such an iconic score, but it's Speed's theme. It's the Speed theme. So
yeah, awesome.
It's awesome. It's so good. And it's a fun LA movie again.
Yeah.
Like you just go free. Oh, I know that place.
Yeah, do I not
I know where
remember
that
that being
connects.
based in LA?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They go to LAX.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fun Speed trivia that you could learn if you listen to my other podcast, Answer for It. But in the original draft of Speed, they didn't go to LAX because when they're trying to stall for time, they just go and they're circling LAX.
Yeah.
In the draft, it's a different place in Los Angeles. Do you have a guess where it might have been?
Dodgers Stadium.
He's right. It's Dodger Stadium.
Is it really?
Yeah. They say in that one they circled Dodger Stadium in the draft, but they couldn't make that happen. It was too complicated.
Interesting.
So they went with
Okay,
the
that is
airport
interesting.
instead.
That's cool.
That's
I'm gonna have to watch
crazy.
that again.
Great movie.
You should.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else?
What's
You
that?
should watch my 4th and final pick.
Okay,
Because
which
I only
is?
get one more. This is
Which
going to round out my Rushmore of
Okay.
best 90s action movies of all time. And it is going to be Twister.
Oh,
Wow.
Twister a little bit to me. Hell yeah.
Twister's great.
A little bit of a sleeper pick. You don't think about it
No.
in terms of it being an action movie.
Yeah.
But it is
that Helen
so
Hunt?
action-packed.
Bill Paxton.
It's thrilling. It is like, dude, the whole way through. The beginning sets up all of the characters, and then everything is just falling apart from there. It is so good. It's so tight. It is just a great small movie that feels huge against a natural disaster, but the natural disaster is just wind go fast. It's awesome. I love it.
I don't know if you did this on purpose, Eric, but you picked 2 Alan Ruck films back to back.
Wow.
You ever think about that?
No,
that
I never
intentional?
thought about that.
Twister is awesome. It's so good. It's another movie that starts and then it doesn't really. There's like just a slight lull when they go to her grandmother or aunt's house or whatever, and they all have breakfast, and it literally lasts maybe 5 minutes, and they still use it as a point to explain to you what the level 5 tornado is. Like, it's a monster. It follows you around, like it chases you from home to home. And then immediately alarms go off, and then they're off and running again. Twister is amazing. I don't know if you saw Twisters.
I did.
And what a disappointment that movie. It's so funny because they're like, oh, Twisters. And I go, first of all, hold on. Because there are multiple tornadoes in Twister. So you can't call this one Twisters and have less tornadoes. There's less tornadoes in Twisters than there are in Twister.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And it just doesn't have the same energy, same vibe. Like, again, when you try and remake these things and you don't understand what made the original great, it's just so much fun. And as soon as the storm's over, that's the best thing about Twister. Clouds clear, crane shot, we're out, we're done. That's how you know a movie's great. Oh, the premise of this whole movie, it's done. We're getting out of here. We're done. Nothing left for
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
That, Speed and
Great
Twister are two movies that my wife will just put on.
Great picks.
And just be
That's
like,
a keeper.
I'm just going to watch this right now.
That's
and I'm
a keeper.
damn, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That rocks.
That was on not too long ago. I was watching it. I have not seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it beginning to end.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, maybe I have to now. It's on the
You
draft.
should.
It's
All
on
of
the
these
draft,
movies
yeah.
you should.
We're
It's-
going through.
All right, James.
Oh, baby.
James,
Okay.
Your fourth and final.
I
What
don't-
do you have?
Okay. I want to preface this. I don't think that this is going to win me the draft,
Okay.
but it's going to allow me to sleep at night.
Because I'm killing. It's
You
gonna allow you to sleep.
It's going to allow me to sleep at night. Because I'll look at mine and I go, well, yeah, in a vacuum, I would have had some of Sky's picks. I would have had some of Eric's picks. Absolutely, I would have had those in my. But that's not how this works. I can only deal with the cards that I've been dealt, and so I want to make sure that my hand is flush with everything that I want.
Okay.
So I need a little sci-fi. I have the Matrix, but I want to go further.
Okay.
I want to go into space. So I'm putting The Fifth Element
Ooh.
on my list.
Okay.
I understand this might break the thing. It's not action-wise. It doesn't really hold up to some things like Demolition Man or Speed. But man, in terms of merging the sci-fi genre and the strangeness of the sci-fi genre, and it's just so odd. It doesn't stop and hold your hand or explain. It just just throws stuff at you. But the reason you stick around is because you're like, I want to see what Corbin Dallas is going to do. Like, he can handle these situations. And when it gets actiony, it's actiony, you know? Lilu breaking out of her prison and jumping through flying cabs and stuff like that. It's great with an amazing score, but I just think it's infinitely rewatchable.
Saw it one time around that time, so I don't really have a great memory for it.
If you like strange sci-fi, which I like when it's out there. I saw a movie this weekend that like might be one of my top 10 movies all time. Didn't know anything about it, and it's because it's such strange sci-fi. It's called Mars Express.
Huh.
It's an animated French film that it's been on my list for a while, but I've never watched. And I watched it and I was like, was that one of the best movies I've ever seen in my whole life? And it's because it doesn't hold your hand. It uses the sci-fi aspect to just like throw stuff at you, and you're like, wait, hold on, is that person a robot? Or okay, I don't know. Like,
wow.
And Fifth Element does that too, where you know, you just have stuff and you're in the world it works like that. Some guy rolls up to your window and he makes you like sushi and then goes away on his flying boat. Like, yeah, that's fine. It's not a big thing. That's what happens. And I love that.
So,
yeah, love it.
It's so European to me that it's hard. I know so many people who love Fifth Element, and for me, it is so like French to watch. It's like watching the second Die Hard, where I just go, "This is not an American action movie. It has a totally different mindset." And that's not a knock on it. It's just a total difference of approach in what an action movie is. And so Fifth Element, not on my list, but I definitely figured it would be on yours.
Yeah. I want the world. I want people to see my list and they go, he covered most of the globe. Now there's tons of Hong Kong Asian cinema that I don't know that any of us have on our list that should be on these lists, but at least we get the French on there.
Yeah.
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 It's on there. But Sky, here's the thing. You have the final pick, your fourth pick here. Before you get to your fourth pick. Are there any honorable mentions you specifically want to throw out of ones that you're not going to pick?
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
I like
I'd
that.
love to see
I
this.
like
Go for
that
it. And
strategy.
you get the final pick, man. You have the final say.
Okay.
This is the last word on
All
the
right.
whole thing.
These are the movies that are not making the list.
Mhm.
Love it.
But on a list.
They're on a list.
Yeah.
True Lies.
Top of my list.
On my list. Yep.
Fantastic
Top of my
movie.
list. Yep.
Yep.
Rush Hour.
Okay.
Bad Boys.
Yep.
Yes.
Also on my list.
The Crow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Interesting.
No, I'm surprised no one picked The Crow.
Yeah.
Blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Air Force One.
Okay.
Another Harrison Ford movie. The movie that is making my list as my final pick, that's going to just clinch this victory for me, came out in 1990.
Oh.
And it is Teenage Mutant
Whoa!
Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
Surprised nobody picked this.
Wow.
It's a great movie.
It was on the edge. It was on the edge. I was like 90 and, it's Ninja Turtles,
This is crazy. Fortuitous. You were talking about seeing Terminator 2 in the theaters. And I was going to ask everyone what the first movie they saw in theaters was that they remember. And for me, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I saw it in theaters as a kid and it oh my God, I didn't know that this was I remember running, the movie ends and I just remember running around, literally the credits are rolling and I'm running around the whole theater because it was so exciting. This is such an awesome pick. This is such a good pick. Damn it.
Yeah.
I think the very first movie I ever saw in theaters would have made this list, but it came out too soon, which was Batman with Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the second movie I ever saw in theaters. And so, I mean, I loved the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Had to see this movie. And I mean, that's without saying, being said, that's
Have
my
you
list.
seen it recently?
Does it not hold up?
It holds up better than anything. It holds up better than diamonds.
Really?
It is. I think of this movie as one of the best held up movies ever.
So wait, why did this not make you? Oh, you said because it was kind of.
I just was like, I wasn't, I was thinking
it's
action.
on the border.
It was definitely on the border.
Yeah.
No, I love this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most perfect movies ever, and I often cite it because people like to argue, and this is me getting on my soapbox for a minute.
Released March 30th, by the way.
Yeah.
I saw it on my birthday, April 2nd.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow. Damn.
People like to say that there are things that are kids' movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a kids' movie. Oh, don't judge it too harshly. It's a kids' movie.
Yeah.
I don't believe that is a true statement.
Mm.
Kids is not, it's not a demographic of movie. It's not something you can do. There's general audience movies. There's movies for anyone that doesn't necessarily have content that maybe you wouldn't want a kid to see or something like that. And the proof of that is Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
This is a movie that is for literally everybody. And the only reason it was successful is because they didn't talk down to kids. Because you know why? Within 5 minutes of this movie beginning, you get exactly what you want. You get them hopping out in a sewer, doing cool stuff with the logo.
Yeah.
That's what kids want.
Yeah.
They don't need to be talked down to. You don't have to go, let's explain why they're doing the things. Half the plot I didn't understand until I watched it again when I was older. Like Danny running away from his dad, when they go to the farmhouse. As a kid, you're watching that, you go, oh, this is the point where it gets kind of slow.
Yeah.
At the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Because they're not fighting in New York. They're not fighting Shredder. But then after that, they're gonna fight Shredder. It's gonna be great. When you watch it again, you realize that is the heart of the whole movie.
I'm getting
you got to watch it again.
my heart is starting to pick up. I'm getting so hyped to watch this again right now.
When you watch it as a kid, you go, man, I'd love to be a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
When you watch it maybe in your teens or something, you go, God, this is incredible. The effects still look great. You still appreciate the filmmaking. You watch it when you're older, you're like, oh my God, I love Splinter.
Yeah.
They miss Splinter. Their father. They had this whole relationship thing that's developed so much, and that's what the parallel is with the Danny kid. It's setting up, he's running away from his father, and they're trying to save, and the cross-section of the themes are so adult. and so complex, and the jokes too. That's when they're at the farmhouse. They're watching April and Casey argue with each other, and I think Donatello goes, "It's like watching moonlighting." And as a kid, you go, "Ha ha ha ha!" I don't know, moonlighting. That wasn't a joke for me as a kid. They didn't dumb it down at all, and so I always cite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as don't ever make kids things. Make stuff for everybody, sure, and it's perfect. And you could watch it tonight and be like, "Holy cow, that movie is perfect."
I like you said too, visually. It still looks really good.
Looks great.
I pulled it up earlier today just to make sure it was made in the 90s.
Yep.
And it's just like, man, they still look really good.
I saw it in theaters last year because they re-released it
that's
make us all feel really old. It's like 35 years old, that movie.
Eric, do you remember, I don't know, did you stand in line to watch it? I remember standing outside in line to watch it.
Yeah, we would have. Yeah, because it was just like our local AMC 8. Like that was in my shitty like little hometown, and we would have stood in line to get in whatever seats inside the theater because it was such a hot ticket. And it was like, I just remember that being the coolest thing to watch on the big screen, especially when they go to the Foot Clan hideout.
Oh, baby.
That is just like the coolest
half
place.
pipes. Yeah, two-story half pipes and arcade games.
And the shredder was so cool.
So cool.
Yep.
So cool. Dude. What a great final pick, Sky. Look at this. Look at this whole list.
There's no
Guys,
defeating you. I don't think there's any defeating you.
I'm happy with my list.
There's no way. This is what happens. This is what happens when Sky's on the end.
Yeah.
We see his true potential come out.
You see my full potential.
James, we got to keep him in the middle, man. We can't let him be on the ends anymore. Too
much.
I
think I still would have got it because you guys didn't pick. Well, you were going to pick.
I would have gotten Terminator 2 and Demolition Man.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. But if I was in the middle, you wouldn't.
Yeah. But here we have it. The best 90s movies of all time. Sky has drafted Terminator 2, The Fugitive, Demolition Man, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. James has drafted The Matrix, The Rock, Point Break, and The Fifth Element. And Eric has drafted Independence Day, Heat, Speed, and Twister. Guys, that is the definitive list. But if you're watching this or listening, let us know what your picks are. Try not to use any that we used. Good luck, because we picked the best ones. But try to make your own list. Let us know what your ultimate 90s action movies are. Guys, I think these lists are great.
Yeah.
And let us know. I don't know if you mentioned, but let us know who won.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us know I won. What are your runner-ups? We got a couple minutes.
I had Armageddon.
Yeah.
Which I had already covered with The Rock. I think The Rock is a better one than Armageddon, but Armageddon is also great. I had Face Off. I had Con Air.
Me too.
And then I had GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think GoldenEye is one of the best James Bonds of all of them. And great 90s
I agree.
movie.
The other ones that I had, nothing that was really out of what we talked about here. I feel like we sort of mentioned everything that I had. I had a movie called Snake Eyes on my list, and that was just that's for the real ones.
That's Nicolas Cage again, huh?
Yeah, I own it. It's actually in this. I'm in the regulation office right now. We actually own the suit from Snake Eyes.
Oh, wow.
That he wore. But the two things I wanted to call out that almost made my list but didn't quite was Total Recall and Rush Hour. And to me, this sort of kind of fades into what you guys were talking about. Total Recall is spiritually an 80s movie, and Rush Hour is spiritually a 2000s movie.
Yeah.
That I know that they came out on the cusp and they're technically in the 90s, but I couldn't in good conscience put them on my list because they don't feel like 90s.
Yeah, they're technical. It's a technical 90s.
Yeah, Rush Hour. That was tough for me to not pick that one. Though.
Yeah,
that's a great movie.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
And nobody had Rocky 5 though.
No. Didn't make the list.
True Lies is one I wish I could have got on my list.
Yeah, that's a
True
good
Lies.
too.
I love True Lies.
It's so good.
Wish I could have got
It's so above and beyond. But guys, here's the list. We did it. That's the end of it. That's the definitive list. Let us know who won. Let us know what you guys would draft. This was great. Yeah. This was a really good one. Getting really outside of wrestling?
Yeah,
what a great one.
This was fun. Got to keep doing it.
Really fun. Well, thank you so much. Please, the best way to let us know what your thoughts are on our draft and what your draft is by getting into the comments on Instagram and YouTube, Creating Character Pod. Subscribe while you're there. Follow while you're there. Share your thoughts on anything. Give us some more drafts that we want to do because we've opened it up now.
Yes.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And so Eric's pointing. And so, yeah, let us know down in the comments what you want to hear and also your thoughts on this draft. It's been such a blast. This has been so much fun. If you want to get more from me, see what I'm up to, what movies I'm watching, you can follow me on Instagram. Just search for James Willems. I'll be there. Sky?
110% of you are watching and not subscribing. Let's change that. Please subscribe and smash that like button. If you need more of me, get on Instagram, get on TikTok, get on Threads, and search Scorpio Sky. I will come up. Eric.
You guys can find me everywhere at Eric Bedour. I'm hanging out all over the place. I saw this video of this dog. He's got like a weird little face.
Oh, cool.
He's having fun.
Look at him in the bath. Yeah.
So there you go.
That's
what I'm all about is cool dogs, crazy car crashes, and more on TikTok. So you follow me at Eric Bedour everywhere. But guys, this was a hell of an episode and a hell of a draft.
Great job. I'm always just glad things get mentioned.
Until next week. We'll be back.
Whoa, that's from one of the movies.
He did it from the movie. Yay!
Multi-pass.
Boo.
Boo. All right, bye.